The finals just got some brand new Easter egg reveals, as well as a ton of new details around that from the developers themselves. We have some new community feedback for Season 3 as well as the future, as well as some new discussion around some of the skins that were showcased during the beta, as well as new skin concepts, and a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Okay, so let's just jump right into the meat and juice, especially with the Easter egg. Now there has been several Easter egg hunts going on for several months now, including this one that has been going on for about 9 months, which I've talked about in previous videos. That is the Dolphin Easter Egg. Now don't get that confused, currently on Cis Horizon you can spawn in some dolphins when you stand on certain plates. However, this is something that you can do in private matches with your friends, and it doesn't unlock any reward. However, we have another Easter egg that's kind of tied to that, but is essentially something completely different, where you can obtain the reward of the Dolphin Charm. Now currently nobody has this charm as of yet, or at least as we know of. Again, trying to figure out this Easter egg has been a 9-month challenge, but we actually now have visual of the Dolphin Charm itself. So Embark Rob did showcase this over on the Discord, where he did go on here to say, I guess this is from CNS with love. Annoying to give them cred, but... and he showcases off the Dolphin Charm. Now this thing is not like other static charms, this thing is completely animated, kind of akin to the health one that we got with this current season. The way it animates is really cool overall. Of course, this will be a super cool reward to show off of anybody that actually figures this out, especially before the Easter egg hunting crowd figures it out, if and when they do. Now, Rob has been teasing so many things over on the Discord, but he basically cannot tell all the secrets. Of course, he keeps getting more and more hints, however, they still want to keep it under wraps. He went on here to say, in quoting it, "Hi, I know you've been hunting for 9 months, but here's the final password to the last level." Of course, he's not giving that, he put it in quotes, and he made a little joke there. So of course, he's not going to disclose anything, but it's still really cool that they have a virtual reward tied to this, and it's actually something that you can showcase off in-game. Now again, the only way to obtain this is through a public match, so even when people do figure out the Easter egg, they will have to do it on a public match, and you will need to be on the Cis Horizon map at sunset, which already seems incredibly difficult to get. As someone wanted to explain here that even when they do it in private matches, it takes them about 20 to 30 times before they get the sunset version, which seems like it might even be infinitely harder to do in a public match, seeing as you have a lot of variables there with other maps. Rob said it might be a bug or that it's not showing up enough, so they'll look into that. Although overall, it's definitely going to be that rare, especially trying to queue into a public match and getting the Cis Horizon map at sunset. And then on top of that, RNG being able to perform whatever Easter egg this is in a public match. Again, if you're wanting to get into the Easter egg hunt stuff, join the Discord. Of course, he's dropping hints there all the time, and so are other people figuring things out in those thread sections. But also, there is a starter guide if you want to learn about all the stuff that's been going on with the Easter eggs. There is one over here on the wiki page. I'll link to all that down below. There's even an Easter egg onboarding page that I'll link to. Of course, we do have this new section here, or this website here, called ospoos.com. This has been looked into a ton. It's kind of some promo work for the Ospoos drink. Of course, as of yet, you're not able to purchase this drink, or at least seemingly so. Don't know if in the future you'll be able to get your hands on this, but there is some advertisement here for it. They do have some pretty funny promo work over on the website. Again, I'll link to this website down below so you can check out everything there. Last up with the Easter egg stuff, people have been trying to dissect the Dolphins file itself. However, it seems like Discord does change the name, or at least changes when they do upload it. There's been some dissecting there, saying that it could be a UUID, which is just a computer's way to uniquely identify an object. So there might be a nothing burger there, but there has been some dissecting with that stuff there. We have had that community feedback as well as with the skins. There's been a ton of discussion around the pre-alpha, closed alpha, and even closed beta skins. A lot of these aren't making it into the game as of right now, and some of them are supposed to be coming for holidays, which I do think that this one is as well, the Bony Boo. Again, there was another thread about it here, but yeah, this one's probably more than likely coming for the Halloween season. I know people want a ton of more skins in the shop overall, or at least different ones there showcased, or at least a refresher with it, seeing as we've had kind of the same ones in the shop overall, although we are getting a new battle pass here sometime soon, so we're going to be getting a ton of cosmetics with it. So for all you skin enjoyers out there, just be a little bit more patient as we're going to be getting another load of cosmetics. There's also been some discussion around the Season 3, as well as comparing it to Season 2. So I know people were a little bit disappointed with the weapons in Season 3, as most of them do feel useless, where the F-Car kind of outplays the FAMAS. The V9S from the light experience, it definitely outplays the 9.3R, although they have done some adjustments there and gotten the 9.3R pretty close, at least in some scenarios overall, although I still prefer the V9S. And especially the KS-23 shotgun, which has felt a little bit fairly weak. although it does have some decent destructive properties that doesn't really outweigh its DPS. And we had this meme post over here about Season 3 guns, hoping that they aren't useless. I really do think Embark is going to take this feedback to heart and definitely bring us some decent weapons for Season 3, especially since they need some meta changes there, and that's been a lot of course of discussion, so I'd be surprised if we didn't get something fairly new, or at least something to decently change up the meta with that there. We've also had another suggestion here for Season 3 or even Season 4. Obviously, since Season 3 is so close, some of these suggestions are probably not going to make it to the next season. Although this one they are planning, I believe this was answered in the AMA. But for one of the upcoming seasons, they are planning to add a lobby music selector, which again is akin to what Fortnite has and a few other games. People thoroughly enjoy the music in this game, so I'd be surprised this doesn't come sooner than later. We'll have to wait and see on when that does come into fruition or when they announce that there. Now currently there is a bit of a bug right now going on with the revive tokens. Currently there seems to be an issue if your game crashes on the loading screen and then you need to restart. Sometimes you'll be reset to the default medium AK loadout and you'll actually spawn in with 5 tokens. That is kind of a big bug there, especially with how many revive tokens you can get to excel there. I have noticed more and more posts about bugged loadouts, or at least crashes happening and then there being a bugged loadout. So if you're noticing that at all, that's probably what it's from. I'm sure this has been reported before, as well as some of the other bugs. There's definitely some other bugs they should prioritize first, especially the sword canceling one, or the exploit with that there. I'm sure that's definitely a priority for them, and I know they want to get that fixed up before Season 3, or at least with Season 3. Okay, we've had another post here talking about the sword exploit. There's some stuff there with that. There's canceling stuff, as well as like ghost hitting. However, with bringing this to light, I also want to suggest that you report this player or players that are doing these exploits in your games. Again, make sure you show the scoreboard so that they can get the Embark ID and the player doing the exploit. This is a bannable offense currently, and you can get banned from the game for doing this exploit. And as of right now, of course, the finals Discord does have a video reporting section. Again, don't witch hunt, don't talk about it in any of the general chats. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Just make a separate ticket with the Discord video reporting section. Include all the details with that there, as well as their Embark ID, and make sure you obviously upload that footage and make sure it's clear footage and that they can see the Embark ID within the game itself. That way you can rid the game of these sword canceling exploiters. It's obviously not the best solution to this problem currently. However, for now, this will definitely help minimize that. And again, just to preface, do not witch hunt these players or talk about their player names in the general chat. Just open up a ticket through the normal means over on the Discord. Because again, typically witch hunting will get you banned on the Reddit as well as the Discord, and it's not going to further your cause anymore. The last minute mentionable here is we did have another skin concept from Red Mask. He's been really good with these. He has some pretty crazy renders. So here we have the SH-1900 Toaster Shotgun. These are just some awesome ideas. I'm sure Embark is kind of overloaded with these, but it's kind of hard not to showcase these as these are really cool. We have the APS Bug Zapper for the Data Reshaper and the Dematerializer. He showcases something here akin to a TV controller. A lot of these ideas are really good, and I'm sure Embark maybe even is using some of these already, or at least has some in the books. Again, I'm sure Embark is already overloaded with ideas at this point, but it's kind of hard not to showcase how cool some of these are. So a shout out there to Red Mask again over on the Reddit. Overall, that should about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe. Until next one. Deuces.